Hello friends, now I am going to start one topic, a relation between planning and the controlling. See, generally planning is the first step, everybody knows, and controlling is the last step of the management. Everybody knows that. What the planning do? Planning clarifies the goal for the achieving future objectives which we have pre-decided, and also making outline of the activity which is being required to be carried out to achieve the goal. And controlling is the secondary part, which is monitoring the business activities, whether is it carried out according to plan or not, and also set the standards as well as trying to follow given instructions, so the plan must be followed and the result must be achieved. That is the first and the last situation in the whole goal achieving process. But here we have to understand also, and we have earlier discussed also, that wherever the deviations are found, in that situation the controlling is taking corrective measures to rectify the earlier errors and try to see that may not occurs again. So where there is a plan, there is requirement of the controlling also, and in that situation controlling and planning both are required for the pre-decided goals to be achieved, right? So both are required, both are essential, and both are interrelated. I want to say very clearly, both are interrelated, right my friends? Okay, now I am continuing the question. The statement I am discussing now, planning and controlling both are two sides of one coin. Generally, both are important, both are essential, and both are independent functions also. That we all know that for the process of management, right? So the success of planning is depend on process of controlling which is being properly taken, or the effective controlling, right? So the controlling is restricting deviations to be reoccurred and stop the reoccurrence of the errors. So necessary steps, corrective measures will be taken as per the plan. The goal may be achieved. So in that situation, without planning, controlling or the effective control is not possible. Means the first you make the steps, then decide the standards of the activity, then you see that is it done as per the standards or not. So without looking to the standards, or the without looking to the future plans, the controlling is not possible. So in that way, it is required to understand that objective of the plan is possible to achieve whether plan must be there. So there is no need of controlling if there is no planning, right? If there is a plan, there is a controlling is required. On the contrary, we can say if there is no requirement of the plan, there is no necessity of the controlling. So planning and controlling both are required, and both are two sides of one coin. Let us discuss in detail. First, remember one thing, planning makes the standards set, makes the criteria which is required to be checked. And it is essential to see that the work must be done as per the plan, not out of the plan. Right, my friends? So we need to understand this thing, that every activity must be possible only if the plan is done. And second part starts when the plan is made, to see that the activity is being carried out accordingly or not. Because only carried out activity is not a matter, but to see that the work must be done as per the plan, not out of the plan. That is most essential to remember for all of us. Right, my friends? So here we try to understand that how the plan could be achieved by controlling. The second point is coming, protection against change. See, controlling restrict the change. I repeat, controlling restrict the change, implement the program as per the plan decided. Sometimes it happens that different factors affect to the achievement of goal by internal and external factors. Okay, it is possible to control the internal factors, but external factors is unable to be controlled. So we need to try to regulate the internal factors as it is possible. Here the control is possible, but I have already stated just before that the external factors cannot be controlled. As like the government policy, this is the 2 marks question. Which government factors, which external factors affect to the businesses? Government policy, competition, inflation, depression, scarcity of raw material, change in the choice of people, change in the fashion, change in the attitude, and natural circumstances, riots, so many things affect directly or indirectly to the businesses. Change in the population in local area, the business could not run in that area. So in that way, by considering the effect of the external factors which are not in our hands, controlling is possible to be only on external factors. Where the activities are carried out, we can see only one thing, that is it carried out as per the plan or not. Otherwise, the planning may not be possible to succeed. Remember one thing, implementation of program is only depend on the plan, and the plan is only possible as per the given roadmap. So here try to control if the possible changes in our hands to control. Otherwise the controlling is also not possible. Remember this thing. So it is essential to understand that how the control is possible, we can get it. See, as I have told, all situations are not in our hand, but possibly we can try to control as it is possible. So the plan must be followed properly. Okay. The third point is coming here. Planning is precondition for controlling. We have already stated earlier that if there is no plan, there is no necessity of controlling. Means the planning is must, then the controlling comes. So the function of planning is essential to make the program achieve the objectives as per pre-decided in process of planning. So generally it is only depend on the plan. Controlling is only depend on the plan because the activities if are carried out as per the plan, then there is no necessity of the over restricting control. But if any deviations are found, then the function of controlling starts to active by restricting deviations and bring the all activities on the pre-decided way. So here how the controlling starts to work. The comparison of actual performance or with set standards. Generally, comparing the standards with the actual performance, we can get the idea that the work is done accordingly or not. In that situation, the deviations are found, then the corrective measures could be taken. So the planning is only possible in case of pre-planned activity is being done. Sorry, controlling is only possible when the pre-planned activity is being carried out and the standards as already set. So here the person who is supervising the work, the person who is monitoring the work will see only standard to compare the present activities. So here it is essential for everyone to see that the work is being done accordingly or not. Okay. Now the fourth point is coming. Planning is father of control. I repeat, planning is father of controlling. So remember, controlling exists because there is planning. Controlling is keeping on because the activities are decided as per the plan. So in that situation, controlling is not required if the planning is not done. So planning is the first activity and controlling is the last activity. By keeping in mind all these things, that planning is essential before the controlling starts. So it is called that planning is father of controlling. Remember, planning decides the roadmap, planning set the standards, planning make the objective, planning is making the every activity which is being carried out in proper way. So planning is early essential function of management on which the whole management can work and ultimately the goal is achieved and management could be seen successful. Otherwise it is not possible. So we all are dependent on planning in our activity. So at anywhere, not in only business, but in anywhere, every activity the planning is essential, and wherever the plan, the controlling comes. So in that way, remember, planning must and it is essential before the controlling starts. Right, my friends? So I have tried to explain or discuss the relation between planning and controlling. Okay. Now the important and last topic of the chapter, stages of controlling process. Controlling is a universal and continuous process. Everybody knows. When the plan starts, when the activities as per the plan starts, the controlling starts to continue. In that situation, each business enterprise has its own specialities and accordingly the controlling process is being carried out. In every organization where there is a plan, there is a controlling is required. We have already discussed. So the controlling process starts with planning, and the first part of planning was setting the standards which make beginning part of the controlling, because as the standards are set, the controlling makes process active to compare the current activity. Is it done as per the plan or not? And here the actual performance is being evaluated, is being compared, is being taken in care, and if it is essential, then the measures are taken. The basis of the controlling is pre-decided standards. Now the students many times ask, what's the meaning of standards? Standard means to see that the work is being done as it is pre-decided quality level or not. That is called standards. So generally standards mostly qualitative and sometimes quantitative. In some situation, if the person's speed of the production is required to see, then the person will count by the quantity. So in that situation, the standard is counted as the quantitative. But if the performance by the look, performance by the durability of the product, performance by seeing the furnishing of the product, everything are part of quality in terms of production. So the standards at that time is considered to be qualitative. So in both the situation, standard should be required to understood as it is decided, and in that situation we have to see only one thing: as it given, is it achieved or not? In that situation, the standards mostly physical in term of the product, sometime cost or the price. Cost and price, cost means what we are expenses, and price decide what we will achieve from others. So in that situation, cost will decide the price, because some reasonable profit is a part of the price what we will take from the customer. So every situation decides the standards different from one to another. Another standard for the achievement of the, for success of the business, to see how much income, how much turnover, what we are achieving. The next level of the standard is capital, what we are investing in the business, that is the capital. And later we find that how much profit we have earned. So the profit making is the standard of the success of the business. So at every place the standards change. In all this situation, sometime we can see that the targets are decided for the business or the marketing, that the set target is being achieved or not. That is deciding standard in the market. It is the base of the success. So in that situation, standards may be varied from one to another, and sometimes standards must be short term and long term. Long term standard means the result must be achieved at the longer period, and short term standard means for every moment the criteria is being achieved or not. So in both the situation, long term or short term, who decides the standards? The main question comes here. Top level management decides the standard, and employees and subordinates have to just obey the instructions, and they will be informed by their superiors, means the departmental head or the supervisor, that what they have to do and up to which extent they should work in better manner. So here employees can plan their work according to given target and quality. Their performance will be compared, will be taken in note when the standards are being compared. They will be constantly noticed, monitored by their superiors to see that the standard is being achieved or not. Now the second point is coming, gathering the information. When we are setting the standards, we have to see that the work is done. That is called the information. Here, only one thing is taken in note. How the work is done? Observation, it is called. Second, the information will be taken from other person by the subordinates report. The information can be gathered. And in the third way, the report may be orally given that at that time the work is completed and please come and check that. So in that way, the gathering of the information is done in the three ways. First, by observing personally. Second, by collecting reports from the subordinates in the oral way. And third, by getting the report in the written manner so it can be submitted to the top level management for taking the future decisions. So here, collection or gathering the information is most essential in terms of taking future decisions regarding controlling. To see that how the work is being done properly as per the standard or not, it is done in the personal observation, and oral and the written reports will be taken from the supervisor by the departmental head, will be submitted with own notes to the top level management. So here collection or the gathering process of the information is done by the middle level management. From supervisor will be followed if it is required to the top level management. Now the third level comes, measuring performance. Here I have already given you earlier one word, evaluate, analyze and compare. So the performance is measured to find out as the activities are being carried out, is it as per the standards or not. So in that situation, the measurement is possible regarding qualitative or the quantitative standards both. As we have talked earlier, that if the work is done in quantity, then the standard will be considered as the quantitative. And if to see the durability, product furnishing and everything is deciding standard in the qualitative manner. So in both the situation, the person's ability is compared here, is measured here, is analyzed here, is evaluated here, just to see that the work is being done as per the standard or not. The fourth point is coming, comparison. The fourth step is comparison. Comparison between what? The actual performance and the decided standards of the work. Here the comparison starts, and whatever the information is gathered will be taken in note when the comparison is done. And compared work with the set standards decide the working level of the enterprise. And standards have been seen, is it achieved in the actual work or not, that decide the future steps for the corrective measures. Now the point come corrective measures. Corrective measures means to take the step which bring the actual work on the pre-decided level, because when the deviations are found, the corrective measures are essential to be taken, and in that situation sometime three situations arise. If the deviations are making the work more better or acceptable, then the deviations will be allowed. Means the plan is done, but present work level is more better than the our decided plan, then the deviations is there, but it is acceptable because it is better for the activity. Second, the change condition to remove deviation. Okay, change condition to remove deviation means the deviation is found in actual performance, it is compared with the set standards, and the deviations are examined and found that necessary corrective steps are essential to take, which is must be taken. So in that way, the changes will be taken in comparison compared to the plan, and if it is essential, the changes will be done. Now the third point, change condition and establish new standards. What is the meaning of new standards? The new standards means generally sometime the extraordinary works are being carried out, and here the steps are being taken is okay, but good and better steps is possible to take. So in that situation the new standards will be set, because present standards which has been followed is showing us some secondary level, but we want to bring it to the extraordinary level, then we have to set the new standards. And in that situation, by comparing the present results, we can set the better standards which can make our work much better and much qualitative, so the others could accept it. Right, my friends? So in that way, function of controlling, here we are discussing about the stages, but remember one thing, that the function of controlling always remain active when the plan starts to be implemented. Right, my friends?